loss as we're underway on EA Sports.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play.
Over the middle, complete. It's Walters. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
His throw incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Fields.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Here's Fields.
Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Fields now to throw.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
David Montgomery, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 34. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as this defense went a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. Touchdown, Bengals! T. Higgins, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring on 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
That's taken on the 25.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Getting it to him in space. Pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The Bengals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
They'll run on 1st down. Metcalf. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they come up now 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now it's Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. First down. Here's Burrow. He's got a man. Complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Holding offense.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a give, right side. Metcalf. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Now on 2nd and 16. Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators.
Touchdown, Bears!
Darnell Mooney
from 10 yards out.
And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Metcalf, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
You give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go play action with Burrow. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Touchdown! Was shot right from 4 yards out as they have taken the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Out to his left. The decision to tack and run gets him 3, but that's not his 4th. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. from the shotgun. Joe Burrow. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
He'll find Metcalf. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
To throw is Fields.
Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So that challenge, a successful one. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Fields.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
On 1st down, Fields. And yet again, it's McLaurin.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half.
Fields on 1st down.
He'll get this one to Patrick.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Fields. Throwing for Montgomery. He's got him on the out route.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Touchdown Bears!
Darnell Mooney.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this 1st half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to...
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Burrow looking to pass. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing again on second down. Fields. And the catch made by Walters. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there on the Bengal first.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, come back inside, often to great success.
From the 41, Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
On 3rd down, Metcalf.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Burrow.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just tall.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Looking left sideline, it's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Out to the left there and complete to Howard.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And Burrow going to throw again.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Now Fields.
A great move by Montgomery. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Chicago.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And out now, here come the Bengals.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From midfield now, Burrow. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed. And we'll get it. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down.
And a dangerous throw there, as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, Kate. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach only stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Bears, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.